I'm Teresa Power with the Edna McConnell Clark Foundation, and I would like to say that I love this session. It's so nice to hear all of the sub-grantees. I mean, you guys doing the work on the ground are really the heart of the SIF, so I'm so happy that this is happening right now. The Edna McConnell Clark Foundation supports organizations across the country that are working in youth development, often with the most vulnerable youth, so kids that are in foster care or the juvenile justice system. We look for organizations that have outcomes in areas of educational advancement, employment readiness, avoidance of risky behavior, such as avoidance of teen pregnancy. And we were also one of the first cohort of intermediaries, so, you know, to my comrades. And so we now have 2 cohorts of sub-grantees. We just finished our second selection process. And both selection processes attracted a large number of applications, so it was a really competitive process. In the first cohort, we chose 9 sub-grantees, and one of them was communities and schools, and I'll introduce Katie in a second. Just to tell you a little bit about why we were so impressed with communities and schools. I happen to have been on the due diligence team, so I was all up in their business for a few days learning everything there is to know about communities and schools. They have a fantastic leadership team. They were founded by Bill Milliken, who was a trailblazer in the prevention of high school dropouts. You know, their current leader, Dan Cardinale, is just one of the most charismatic, smartest movers and shakers that we know. All of their staff was incredible. I mean, every single person that we met there was impressive. In addition, they have this wide network, so they're all over the country, really working with the kids that are at risk of dropping out of high school. So we were quite impressed with their potential to really make an impact in the area of dropout prevention, and they were poised to advance their evidence base, and really just slid right into all the goals of the SIF. So I introduced Katie Cattell from Communities and Schools.
Hello, everybody. So I came to Communities and Schools about 3 years ago, and on my first day, our president posed a question to me to think about while I was doing all of my work. How can we expect a kid to succeed in school if they come to school hungry, if they didn't have some place to sleep the night before, if they have a parent in jail, if they can't even see the blackboard? Of course, probably blackboards aren't. That dates me, I'm sure they're doing. So how do we expect that kid to succeed? And that's where Communities and Schools comes in. Our model places a caring adult that we call a site coordinator in a school, and their job is to work with the teachers and the administration to identify the kids that are most at risk of dropping out. And then they work with those kids to take care of anything and everything that might be a barrier to their success. So like I said, maybe they need glasses. Maybe they need someone to help them with mental health issues. Maybe they need food on the weekends. Maybe no one in their family speaks English and they need help with that. So our site coordinator works with them very intensively on those things, and then also brings in all of the existing community resources, a lot of organizations, like you guys, to really bring their expertise to bear to help those kids too. So that's really the heart of our model. And as Teresa said, so we work with about 1.25 million kids every year in about 200 communities across the country. And we were delighted to work with SIF and EMCF because we are an organization that is very committed to evaluation. Every year we collect a whole host of data internally from all of our affiliates, things like promotion rates, graduation rates, how kids are doing on their goals with attendance, behavior issues, and so that we know things like 97% of our kids stay in school, 89% of our kids are either promoted to the next grade or graduate. So we know that we're working. But on top of collecting that internal data, we had a very big commitment to some external evaluation as well. So 2 years ago, we released the results of a 5-year independent evaluation that we had ICF International do. So we took a look at our model and proved that not only does it work, but it works across settings. It can be urban, rural, suburban, and works with any host of type of kid that you're going to deal with. And so when we got the chance to work with EMCF and SIF, we realized that we could take that to a whole nother level. So they're helping us now with MDRC do a whole other set of very long studies that are doing randomized control trials, and really by 2015 we're gonna have a much better idea of how our model is doing across the country. And in terms of scale, so we are working with 1.25 million kids, but because of EMCF and SIF over the 3-year grant, we'll be helping almost another 60,000 additional students with their help. So that's the short and sweet version, and thanks for having me.